Hi everyone, it's Nick. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Okay, in this video today, we are doing DIYs I don't hate part 2 because you guys really seem to like part 1. So, you know, it's YouTube. When something kind of works, you tend to like do it again over and over and over again until you all are really tired of it and stop clicking. But until then, I'm going to keep doing these because these are a lot of fun. If you're new to my channel and you're a bit confused, let me fill you in. I talk about interior design on my channel, but I actually notoriously hate DIYs. I find them sometimes to be a little cheap, a little disposable, and not really made of high quality components that I think are going to last a lifetime. And I'm all about trying to choose items with intention that are really going to last you. And sometimes these cheap sort of disposable DIYs are not for me. So I thought I would scour the internet and find a few DIYs that I think are actually worth your time and maybe worth trying out. I'm not gonna make them because I hate DIYs, but maybe you will. So let's get going. Okay, now before I get to those DIYs, first let's talk about today's sponsor, which is Picnic. Now, if you're not familiar with Picnic, they make getting personalized, effective allergy treatment a breeze with FDA-approved medications, personalized plans, high-quality patient care, and convenient home delivery. All you need to do is take the online quiz, review your personalized allergy pack, and get relief. With it being spring right now, I know many of you are looking for allergy relief, and honestly, Picnic has made it really, really easy to get that relief. You just take their personalized quiz, all your medications are shipped directly to your home. They've made it really easy and you never have to wait in the drugstore lineup again. Picnic also offers a range of products from things like antihistamines to nasal sprays to eye drops. So they sort of cover a lot of different allergy relief medications. And again, all personalized to you based on your needs. To get 50% off your first order, go to picnic.mobi/NickLewis. The link will be in the description. Just click on the link, take the quiz, and the discount will be automatically applied. It includes free shipping too. This offer is only valid for the first 100 people to click on the link. So thanks again, Picnic, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to those DIYs that I don't hate, maybe even like. Okay, first up, we have these built-in Billy bookcases by HS Design Studio. By the way, all links for all of these creators that have come up with these DIYs are all gonna be linked down in the description. So all the like detail on how to actually do this, the step-by-step stuff, that's all over on their channel. Like I didn't do these DIYs. So like go follow them, go take a look at them, subscribe to their channel, see what they do, because that's where you're actually gonna learn how to do these. I'm just kind of here in my living room providing some commentary, because that's what I like to do. So, okay, Billy bookcase hack. I really love this one. I've seen a few people do this, and this is one of the best ways I think you can make IKEA really work in your home and make it look super custom. So I always say on my channel that one of the best things I think you can really do to create something that looks really custom and intentional that designers always do and homeowners oftentimes don't do is using built-ins. So built-ins is when you have created shelving units or shelving spaces that are built in to the wall, or it could be seating, it could be whatever, but they're really built in and intentional rather than sort of furniture pieces that are just sort of floating in a living room or in a bedroom or kitchen or whatever. I think that really creates a beautiful custom designer look, but it is also super expensive because custom is always pricey because you are paying somebody to go and actually create something custom specifically for that room. So this is where this DIY hack I think is amazing. What they basically do is take Billy bookcases, which if you don't know the Billy, like where have you been, which is from IKEA. It's as old as time. They have always had these bookcases and they're really great. But again, I don't think they look as premium as they can do if you're able to sort of build them into your space. So what HS Design Studio has done in this video is they have taken Billy bookcases, but then they've sort of built in all this kind of MDF that is able to sort of create a faux built-in look. So rather than hire a millworker or a cabinet maker or someone to come into your home and build you something custom from scratch, you're able to sort of DIY and sort of fudge your way around the edges to make a Billy bookcase look really built in. Honestly, it is a fantastic way to make a product that is an off-the-shelf, cheap IKEA product and make it look 10 times better and so much more custom and beautiful by building it right into the space, maybe around your television, or it could be in your bedroom, or it could be other areas of your living room, whatever. It is a fantastic way to take a basic product and really elevate it. So I love this DIY. Okay, next up, we have these DIY gold spray paint hacks from What's Up Moms. Okay, so I have gone on record to say that I don't love the sort of trend towards all brown, beige, Soviet prison cell style kids rooms that have been very popular on social media lately. I have mentioned that I think they're a little blah and they don't really give an opportunity for kids to sort of show their personality. But I will say that there is something to be said for creating a little bit of more of a cohesive room for your children rather than having the really loud, brightly colored plastic, which I know people have said in that videos that there's like benefits to kids' development or something about having brightly colored plastics or something for kids. Listen, I'm no expert, like I'm no pro on this, so I'll leave that to other child psychologists to fill you in on. But I will say from a design perspective, I get where people are coming from wanting to make a really beautiful, elegant, amazing kids room, especially nurseries for babies or I don't know, toddlers or whatever. And this is where this spray paint hat comes in. I think what they've done here at What's Up Moms, which is cool, is they've spray painted just any old basic kids play toys that you can buy for like $1 at the dollar store or something, and you can spray paint them a different color to what it originally was. So they've got here like this Brontosaurus or whatever, and they have spray painted it gold, and they have basically used these as really sort of interesting, fun accents in a kid's room. And I think, first of all, you don't have to do this just for kids' room, you can do this anywhere, but I think this is a really good way of taking something, again, like a cheap plastic toy, and sort of making it look a lot more interesting and sort of a little bit cohesive because you're replicating that color around the different kids' rooms. I really like this. I don't think you have to use it for gold, by the way. Like, to be clear, you can, I've seen this done in all white. I've seen this done in sort of different colors like green or blue or pink or yellow or whatever you want your sort of kids' room to look like. And taking sort of different pieces and spray painting them one color is a really great way of sort of tying in the room together with a specific color. Doesn't have to be the all brown beige look, doesn't have to be all white, it can be whatever you want it to be, but just these little accents in the same color I think really makes the space look cohesive, even a little kid's room. So I think that's really cool. Okay, third up here, we have got this DIY faux tree from the Lone Fox. Now, many of you I know subscribe to Drew's channel because YouTube tells me, by the way, in like the YouTube little section that I have on the back end of YouTube, I know you all subscribe to his channel, which is amazing. I do love his channel as well. Some of you have asked me if I know Drew. No, I do not. He has been on YouTube for many more years than I do, and his channel is way bigger. I am not friends with Drew. I'd love to. Drew, if you're watching, hello, let's go for drinks. But no, we're not friends. But I would say this DIY is really, really cool, and his channel, first of all, is amazing. I could do a top 10 DIYs that Drew has done on Lone Fox because his DIYs are top notch. This one in particular I wanted to point out though, although again, there are many fantastic ones on there, because I think it's really cool and it taps into this trend, two trends. First of all, there's the really large, big statement tree, like an olive tree or a fiddle-a-fig tree or whatever. And also this branch trend that is so popular where people are sort of just delicately, artfully arranging these branches as opposed to these kind of big leafy green trees that a lot of people have in their living rooms. So what Drew has done here is instead of going out and buying like a $500 or $1,000, you know, olive tree from like Crate a Barrel or from Pottery Barn or whatever, rather than spending like an absolute fortune on these faux trees, he went out and actually sourced a bunch of branches or like a really interesting sort of branch that he's found in his travels, and he's able to sort of saw off this little branch. And then what he does is he glues on these little cheapy sort of dollar store leaves, which I think makes it look really cool. I like this DIY for a couple of reasons. First of all, I think it is more sustainable and it's better to use a branch that grows in nature as opposed to just more plastic. I also really love that it's going to give you more of an organic shape because it is a branch, it's coming from nature. So obviously it's going to give you that sort of feel. And I think that really makes a difference because sometimes in faux trees or faux plants, the greenery can sometimes look okay, but the branch just looks like a piece of plastic, right? It just looks like brown plastic. And this is going to sort of solve that problem because the branch itself is going to be real and you're really just faking those leaves on the edges. I really think it's just a really sensible way of getting sort of the advantages of a faux tree. You're still getting the fact that it's going to last a long time, which is amazing, but you're still getting the advantages of also having something real in your home, which is actually using real wood and real branches. And this also, the fact that this DIY I think costs like $25 as opposed to $500 or $1,000, I think is amazing. So I think Drew did a really, really great job with this DIY. Okay, next up, we've got from Andrew here, we've got a DIY on creating an Eames lounge chair out of skateboards. So, okay, this one caught my eye because I thought this could be really, really cool, and I was not wrong. I think this one is really, really neat. First of all, I love any arts and craft project. If you can, and you're upcycling materials maybe that are going to go to waste or you don't really know what to do with, that's that's great. If you're able to take something and turn it into something as beautiful as this sort of replica of an Eames lounge chair, even better. So basically what Andrew has done here is he has taken all these different sort of skateboards, which have all these sort of interesting colors and whatever, and he has shaped it into an Eames lounge chair. So he sort of stacked them all together to create sort of the plywood effect of an Eames lounge chair, and then he's able to sort of cut it down with his saw to create the shape and sort of the form of what you'd get from an Eames lounge chair. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is definitely a more advanced DIY than, I don't know, spray painting, you know, little kids action figures like I talked about a second ago. Obviously, this is going to be more advanced. So is the fifth one, by the way, spoiler. These are both a little bit more advanced, but overall, I think the effect here is so cool. And if you're a person who maybe really loves a project, you really love something that is probably not gonna be done in a day, it might take you I don't know, a while. It would take me a lifetime, so maybe it would take you a month, I don't know. If you really love a project and you're really excited to kind of get something a little bit chunkier and the payoff is gonna be really worth it, then this could be a really cool DIY. I mean, I don't know how you get your hands on that many skateboards, but I don't know, Facebook Marketplace, who knows? You source a bunch of these old skateboards, turn it into something as beautiful as a replica of an Eames lounge chair, that's pretty cool in my books. I also think it's really cool that you're not only able to upcycle a material that is probably gonna go to waste or, you know, probably past its prime, but I also really love the effect of all the different colors that you're getting here by having all these skateboards stacked on top of each other. I think that's really cool. And sort of not only does it fit with a mid-50s sort of century look of being an Eames lounge chair, but also being able to tie in all these cool retro colors together and some really interesting skateboards. I think it's really, really cool. Okay, so this next one here, I am going to file this in the category of a little bit more advanced, kind of like the one I just talked about. So this is by Homemade Modern, and it is a bent sort of shaped plywood lounge chair. This one is really, really cool. I love the end result. It could be worth the effort if you're a person who really likes to have a project, like I said, and you like an ongoing larger scale DIY. This one could really work for you. Essentially what he's done is he has built a mold and been able to shape plywood using things like wood glue and different materials to shape it into a lounge chair. And then at the very end, when kind of he shaped all this kind of together, he's able to then cut it down to the right size and the right form that he's looking for. And then he sort of buffs out the edges so that it's really smooth and gorgeous and beautiful. This is really cool. So you're also dealing with plywood, which, as you know, if you've seen my mid-century modern video, you'll know that that is a really popular material to use in mid-century modern design. I just love the shape of this lounge chair. I think it's really, really cool. And again, we're using a really humble material. That's what I love about these DIYs. I love when people use materials. We've talked about concrete, like in my last, part 1 of this series. We're talking about plywood here. We're talking about upcycled skateboards, spray paint, like things that are really not that complicated, but you're able to turn it into something really beautiful. And it's not trying to fake something it's not. It's trying to just take the material for what it is and really create something that's really beautiful. And I think he did this here with this plywood lounge chair. I think it's really, really neat. I love the shape. I love the design. It looks like a lot of work. I'm not gonna do it because I don't have the patience or the skill, but maybe you do, because this is really, really cool. And I think you should check this one out. So that's it for me for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'm gonna link here to my playlist for DIYs I don't hate, because I did a part 1, I did a part 2 now. Maybe I'm gonna do a part 3. Maybe this is a thing that's ongoing. So I'm gonna link here to that playlist and you can check out the first video, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.